Welcome everyone. Chris Petri here. Thanks so much for coming by. We're starting out with oil painting. We're going to actually have some fun here. We're going to enjoy starting out with just three colors, red, yellow, and blue. For this starting point for oil painting, we're going to use this tape roll to make our color wheel. So we just want to make a quick color wheel as we start out. With oil painting, we just want to kind of get started, have some fun, just go over the basics again. If you're coming from a different medium like acrylics or watercolor, many of you are going to be coming over from my watercolor channel, I realize. So you'll be kind of already very familiar with the color wheel, things like that. But if you're just starting out for the first time and you're working in oils, well, let's just cover just a few of the basics. Why not? So the first thing we're going to do is just take a simple circle. We use some tape, make our circle here, and then we're going to make a watch dial or clock dial. So we're going to do the 12, 3, 6, 9, and then we're going to do the rest. Let's do 10 and 11, 10, 11, 1 p.m., 2 p.m., or 2 a.m., p.m., 3, 4, 5, 4, 5, we have 6 here, 7, 8, that's our watch dial or our clock. We'll put a dot in the center and then we'll just create our color wheel from this. We'll go from 12 to 6. I'm using a half ruler here. That'll be our first line. We're going to do a perfect vertical line across this circle. Then we're going to go from there. We're going to actually take a hash mark and go from between 1 and 2. Let's say 1:30, if we're talking a clock. 1:30 there. And then we're going to go to the center with that point there. Then we're going to go between 10 and 11, make a dot hash mark there, and we'll go there to the center. So you can kind of see now we have our between 7 and 8, we'll do another like that. And then between 4 and 5, we're going to make another hash mark there. So this will give us, and this is just, an approximate. It doesn't have to be perfect, but if you can get this sort of lined up like this, you're going to have a good color wheel. And then what we do is, from this point, we'll take some colors, and we're going to, again, use red, yellow, and blue. That's our three primary colors. And basically, when we're mixing paints in art, whether you're acrylic painting, watercolor painting, oil painting, usually you'll have three colors that you start with. The primary colors, red, yellow, blue, and then you can mix all their colors really from these three for the most part. There are some different little nuances you can study on those later on after you've been studying in artwork for a while in oil painting or watercolor painting, of course, too, if you're working in watercolor as well as oil painting. You can research more color options, and there's different lines of thinking on mixing colors and so forth. But to start out with all basic color wheels for artwork, when you're doing oils, acrylics, or watercolors, you're going to start with the three basics, red, yellow, and blue. So what we'll do is we'll just take our colors. We'll start out with yellow up here. We'll do yellow at the top, like that. And we'll go with blue over here. So we'll just squeeze out a little bit of each color to start with. These are, again, water mixable oil colors, which are great. These are fantastic. They wash up with soap and water, so you don't have to worry about if you get some on your clothes or on your furniture or anything like that. It washes up with soap and water. And there's no toxic fumes or anything like that. So this is how I say we start with our oil painting. We start out with really very, very basic art supplies. It's the real fundamentals and basics of oils. And these are really great too. They're water mixable. Again, they clean up with soap and water. They won't, if you get a little bit on your clothes or on your furniture or anything like that, they wash up pretty easily, so you don't have to worry. That's a big key to this. And there's no fumes too with like paint thinners and turpentine, things like that. You don't have to use any of that. You just use water like you would use for watercolors. So let's grab a brush. I'll use just a hog hair brush. You can use, I would say, use synthetic brushes if you can. I'll try to put more links in the description box below. All of my art supplies for oils are below in the description box below. You might have to click on the word more, and then it'll open up and you'll see more links to Amazon where you can get all the art supplies that I generally use all the time for my oil painting. So I'm kind of giving you all the art supplies that I would use. I want to give you the best of the best. I usually research my art supplies. I try different art supplies and I stick with the ones that I know work the best, and those become my go-to art supplies. And that's what I have below. I've kind of researched it, and you can trust that it's going to be really, really good. So these are hog hair brushes. And again, I would use synthetic though versus hog hair brushes for water mixable oils. But I have hog hair brushes from regular oil painting too. I have regular oils that I use sometimes. So, but let's start out. Let's maybe start out with red here. Let's get some red. We'll put our red in our color wheel. So let's get our red going here with our color wheel. What a beautiful color. Exciting red. People love red colors, red cars, red houses. Red's a popular color. People love red. Okay, so we have our red pie slice in the our color wheel. Then let's go with some gold, some yellow, cadmium yellow. So again, this is cadmium red, Winsor & Newton cadmium red water mixable oil colors. I would suggest buying the I think it's a 12 tube set. You'll see it. I have it down in below. You'll find the link so you can go on Amazon and pick it up. But these are really excellent paints. Winsor & Newton makes great paints. So you can't go wrong with Winsor & Newton. They're like the top echelon of watercolor oil paints and acrylics. And these are the other colors you can get as well. And we're going to use these colors as we go. But it's a set of, I think, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 10 colors. So you have the 3 red, yellow, blue here. And then you have green, another blue, and you have a couple earth colors and another yellow, a white, and another earth tone, which is yellow ochre. So that's the set that I have below in the links. And but that's what we're going to use. So we're going to pick up our yellow now, and we're going to come over here. We'll put our yellow here, our cadmium yellow. So cadmium red, cadmium yellow. That's our second primary color we're going to use. And this is the beginning of your oil painting journey. So you're just going to create a few of these color wheels as you go. That makes sense? You want to start out just kind of familiarizing yourself with the colors, the color wheel. This will give you some practice a little bit on the colors of oils. So these oils are different than any other medium. And we'll go with our blue. This is French Ultramarine Blue by Winsor & Newton. Beautiful blue. And this is going to work out great. We'll put it right here in the color wheel. So this is going to be our primary colors. These are the first 3. All their colors are really derived from these 3 colors. So you're going to mix all other colors that you'd ever create on your paintings. You're going to mix them from these 3 right here, the red, yellow, and blue. Now what we're going to do is we'll make our secondary colors. And just to let you know, the next video after this is going to be tertiary colors. So you'll look up tertiary colors, and you'll see the video I have on tertiary colors, which will be next. I've already created the video, and it's already up online. Maybe you've already seen this. I started out putting my tertiary color video first because that's really kind of exciting. You're learning already about mixing really beautiful grays and mixtures of this main color wheel. But I wanted to kind of take a step back and just do the main color wheel, the primaries and secondary colors. But as you can see, the tertiary colors are going to be, well, we'll revisit that chart that we just showed you in a second. We'll take a break in a few minutes too. What we'll do is let's get the secondary colors in next, but let's just kind of make a little note here. We're just going to say this is yellow, blue, and red. And we're going to say primary, primary, primary. So you can make these notes on your palette or your canvas. Like that. And you'll always have this to refer to. You can keep these charts that you make in your studio, and you'll have them to refer to at any time you need to. All right, so now let's just keep cruising along here. We're going to take gold here, add a touch of red, and we'll make our orange. And that's going to be our secondary color here. Doesn't that look great? Wow, beautiful orange color. One of my favorite colors, orange. And that's the mixture of red and yellow together. Okay. Then we're going to go over and we're going to take some gold, put the gold up here, yellow, cadmium yellow actually, a golden color, and a little touch of blue to make our green. And that's a wonderful, beautiful olivey green. And we're going to take that olivey green for our color wheel and get that in. There we go. Okay. And our last two mixtures will be red and blue, which will give us our violet color, purple. So now you'll see we're going to have our primary colors, red, yellow, blue, and our secondary colors that we mix from those three primaries, orange, green, and purple, violet. All right, this is fun. So now we have our color wheel, our primaries and secondaries. We'll come back in a second and we'll label the secondary colors too. We'll use a different marker, so I'm going to go find another marker in my studio. I have to look around a little bit. I think I can find a different color Sharpie marker to put these other color, the names of these other colors around our color wheel. But let's do that in a second or two. So let's just take a quick break. We'll come right back. All right, so let's keep working here. I wanted to get my other Sharpie out so we can do our green and orange and purple. So we'll just say green here is secondary. That's our secondary color. And then also violet. Violet, and that's our secondary color. And then orange. Orange is our secondary as well. And you can take your time and do a little more, a neater job. I'm kind of going a little bit faster here. I want to kind of get through this video for you so that you're not taking too much of your, I don't want to take too much of your time. going over this, but this is again like the basic fundamentals of oil painting. You're just going to be looking at your colors and kind of seeing how you're going to mix them all together. So now we have our primaries and our secondary colors here, and you can kind of see how we mix them together. We used red, yellow, and blue. That's our primaries. Then we mixed orange from red and yellow. We mixed green from yellow and blue. And then we mixed violet from red and blue together. And that's how we derived this color wheel. Now there's also the tertiary colors. And again, we kind of looked at this. You'll see the other video. You can, just research my oil painting channel here. You can just look up tertiary colors. Chris Petri, tertiary colors, and you'll see this video, and you'll see how I mix the tertiary colors here in a little more detail. But since we have our primaries and secondary colors, that's the first thing I wanted to kind of just introduce you to when you're going to be doing your oil painting and you want to just get started, mix a few colors out onto a nice board here like we have. And then let's maybe do a few other things here. Let's maybe just kind of get maybe a few colors out. What I wanted to do is kind of just really have a fun time here showing you how you can just really mix some beautiful colors by using your color wheel to your advantage. So let's do this. Let's do another wheel here. We'll make it a little smaller. We'll use this here like this. I think we have plenty of room over here. Let's do this. Okay, perfect. We'll put that there. We'll put a pencil line on the inside of our tape roll here, like that. And then what we're going to do is, let's do this. Let's sort of see how you can use one half of your color wheel, like this here, purple, blue, and green. Purple, yellow, purple, blue, and green here, like this. And then some orange over here. And you'll see how we can mix some colors that look really great together from these orange over here and then some green, blue, and purple. So I'm going to take the colors that we mixed up already on our paper here, like that. And then we're going to take some blue, maybe over here in the center, like this. So you can just kind of see I used a little bit of water to kind of dilute the paints a little bit. And then the green over here. We're going to use some green. I'll mix them up here a little bit too. So that's a mixture of blue, purple, and green. So you see how I've mixed blue, purple, and green? And I'll even take that blue, purple, and green and sort of mix it over here a little bit too, like that. And then what you're going to notice is once I start adding in that orange, it's going to look really, really exciting. So we'll take the orange that we mixed up here like this, and we'll put it here. So you can see how you really can have some wonderful mixtures of colors. And I think that really looks fantastic using the purple, blue, and green with a little bit of orange. And we could add a little more we can mix up a little more orange here. Like that. And you can kind of see how the orange looks beautiful. It kind of really stands out and really looks like it pops really nicely and really looks exciting when you mix it with mostly the purple, blue, and green here. So you can have many combinations of all different colors when you're working with your color wheel, and this is just one of them, but this is a very popular one that a lot of artists use, which is using maybe like this side of the color wheel, the purple, the blue, and the green. So like, you know, the blues and the greens, purple, and then you add a little bit of orange into the painting. Maybe you're going to make a beautiful seascape or something like that with the ocean, and using the blues and the purples and the greens, and then you add a little orange maybe for the sunlight or the setting sun, and then you'll have that little bit of that orange that kind of just really looks great in combination with the other colors on this side of the color wheel. So you can work with your color wheel and do combinations of interesting combinations there, but this is one that's very popular. A lot of people use this one. You know, professional artists use this, and also, you know, if you go into history and you see some of the great works of great artists, some of the, you know, well-known artists like Monet or Winslow Homer, things like that, they use a lot of combinations of colors like this, where they really focus in on the colors and they use them in combinations that are going to look really good. So you'll use these in your paintings too as well. Okay, so just again, getting familiar with the colors of the color wheel, the three primary colors here. I'm hoping you're really happy with working with oils, starting out in oils. This is the beginning of my oil journey. I've been studying oils for a couple of years now and painting a couple of years in oils, and I'm starting to now create some YouTube videos with oil painting. And again, I'm using my water-soluble, water-mixable oil paints, which are great. Again, you don't have to worry about any kind of turpentines, paint thinners, things like that have maybe some unpleasant fumes. They're you know, sometimes flammable, things like this. We don't want that. All we need is water and the Winsor & Newton Artisan line of paints, which are water mixable oil colors. All you need is water, and you can create beautiful oil paintings, just like all the great painters that have created oil paintings, you know, in history going forward here up until this time now. So no worries. Let's continue on our journey with oil painting. We're getting started. You see how we created our color wheel. And again, one more time, tertiary colors. That's going to be where we mix out a little more colors, get a little more grayish colors here, which really look beautiful. You can kind of see how when you mix out your tertiary colors from your primaries and secondaries, you get some really gorgeous colors. So please look up my next video for tertiary colors. You can just find that real easy on YouTube. Check it out. And then from there, we're going to do some more beautiful paintings. One of my first paintings I'm going to do here, I've actually already painted this, obviously. This is a beautiful Venice, Italy painting I did just recently. Wonderful, beautiful sky, sunrise in Venice, Italy. Golden sky, sunlight, the sunrise coming up. The beautiful skyline of Venice with some beautiful shimmering light on the water here, the ocean. And we have a boat here with a man on a gondola here on the left-hand side. And we have some pilings that are in the water here for near the docks. So you'll see this painting. One of these is probably the first painting we're going to do. So you'll see how we created this painting. It's really a lot of fun, and it's not difficult. We're going to cover this painting, how easy it is to actually create this. It really is quite simple. So we'll do that very soon. You'll look up that painting as well. But glad you're joining along here on the oil painting journey with me. Let's have fun together, and we'll see you on the next video here. and happy painting.